In this video, I want to talk to you about a new type of business I'm seeing more and more. $1 million one-person businesses. We got a babysitting company, a health blog, and even a beat maker. Yes, all $1 million businesses with the help of only a couple freelancers. If you're new here, my name is Noah Kagan. I am the founder of AppSumo.com, the #1 marketplace for entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur or a side hustler or have been wanting to start one, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The babysitting company. Rachel Charlupski is making $417,000 a month running a premium babysitting service for hotels, sports teams, and families on vacation. I love this. How this actually got going for Rachel is that she was babysitting in high school, super common job. I did it when I was in school, and she really enjoyed it. Now, when she went to college in Arizona, all her friends did standard stuff, working in restaurants, nightclubs, partying, but Rachel knew that's not what she wanted. Instead, she actually went to these local hotels and offered her babysitting service to families that were vacationing there. Now, what's interesting about that is here's her pitch. This is the part you gotta pay attention to. Hey, if anyone needs a babysitter, call me. Here's my license, my photo, and some information about me. Sounds potentially sketchy, but no one else was doing this in Arizona, and she was actually able to get a lot of clients that way. Now, at this point, this was just still a simple but very profitable side hustle. Now, how did she go from just babysitting locally in Arizona to actually a $1 million nationwide company? So she saw an opportunity when one of her clients went to LA. And the client actually asked her, hey, do you know any babysitters in Los Angeles? And she didn't. But she figured if this family needs someone, there's probably other people that need babysitting during their vacations in other cities. So Rachel flew to Los Angeles to babysit for that family. When she was there, she recruited a small network of babysitters in Los Angeles by using social media and reaching out to her own network. So yes, she just reached out to her network. She didn't have a huge social media influence, and that is simply how Rachel grew her business. One of the things to think about as you're scaling your company is that that's the whole point of the web, is that now around the clock, you can actually be scaling yourself out there. I think the first thing, if you take a look at Rachel's website, is just how bad it looks. It looks kind of like Berkshire Hathaway or Craigslist from 1995. And I love that. Specifically where I think a lot of people make mistakes is they're like, I needed this website and I need a designer and I need to be using all these expensive services to make this happen. And at the end of the day, what's the outcome? What's the goal you're really trying to accomplish, which is for her getting clients. And what you may even realize is that most clients may actually call you, or most clients actually may do referrals. So a lot of times getting so obsessed about how your website looks or buying all these different things for your website may just be playing business and not actually doing the business. So look at what the outcome and really what drives that. So I love that her site is really, really basic. There's not a ton of stuff on it. A few things that you probably noticed that I like that she called out is that she kind of put in color, fully insured, background checked, drug tested, and if you scroll down just a little bit, I also like that she's been featured in all these major publications. That's really great, especially from a babysitting company. Yeah, pretty standard website. I think the one thing that I do like about it, besides that it's so simple and it's really just basic, is that they have the phone number. It's kind of a small touch, but you don't see this on a lot of places. One thing I want to highlight that I think is a really important example from the babysittingcompany.com, you can make a lot of money in unsexy ways or fun ways that are not as attractive as what everyone else is chasing. And honestly, a lot of this stuff is frankly easier. So I'm talking lawn care, I'm talking babysitting, I'm talking cleaning, I'm talking cooking. I'm talking a lot of the stuff that everyone's like, oh yeah, I used to do that, but I gotta do this new internet thing because it's gotta be magical and make a lot of money. Use the internet to scale and leverage that thing, but don't get so obsessed in just making the most genius idea possible. And I love that she went back to kind of a traditional thing that you did as most of us did as kids and has really scaled that out to be a national multi-million dollar company. So big props to Rachel. A few other key takeaways to learn from Rachel, and I guess there's just so many of them, is one, you don't have to get married right away when you meet people to work with. You can go dating, and that's what I think hiring freelancers is. So I think it's amazing that as she scaled her business, she kept everyone as freelancers, and then when it made sense to get married and have people really committed and bought into the business, transitioning that to full time. Secondly, I love the simplicity of this business idea. Everyone knows about babysitting. Did you know about that idea? Yeah, and there's money in the banana stands, and there's money in these simple things. So don't get so worried about finding the perfect idea. Just worry about finding something you enjoy, that people are excited to give you money for, and then think about also what I think she did well with is how to start scaling that business up from a demand generation side. Lastly, work backwards from customer demand. I've talked about the customer first approach so many times, and I love that she approached travelers and vacationers and hotels and said, hey, let me take care of your babysitting. And then she had demand, and then she went and did the service, not the other way around, which is, hey, I got a bunch of babysitters, let me go find work. So a lot of respect there. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, ding, because I will be posting weekly subscriber-only content such as link to my office hours, behind the scenes of things that are going on in my business, as well as freebies and goodies for subscribers only. So if you don't want to miss out, you need to make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell, ding, so YouTube will make sure you get notified every single time. I love you, and I'll see you out there. Sol Orwell makes $265,000 a month selling ebooks on nutrition and supplements. Now, don't worry, it's not one of these multi-level marketing scams. It's actually to help people with their health and fitness. The idea for Examine.com came when Sol was actually trying to lose weight. Hopefully you're noticing a pattern of solving your own problem. So he was spending a lot of time in fitness subreddit /rfitness. And he noticed a lot of these new members would ask the same question over and over. It's a great way to look for business opportunities. Orwell realized it's actually hard to find trusted information about these nutrition supplements. So he decided to start a business to solve this problem. One thing I gotta shout out is if you're seeing a lot of people have the same problem, that's a great business idea. And as well, if you're noticing that there's some information missing for yourself or you'd like to have it, that's probably a business idea that a lot of other people would want too. So how did he actually get started and make so much money? Now you might ask, he was not an expert in nutrition or supplements. So his first contractor was actually Curtis, shout out Curtis, who is a moderator on r/fitness subreddit. And Orwell recruited Curtis because he was studying nutrition, spending hours digging through scientific papers for fun. Now this is the same way I was able to actually hire Chad, the CTO of AppSumo and my business partner. He was a customer at my previous startup and he was the best customer I ever had. He actually did work for my company, gave us code for our software, and it was just such a blast to work with him. So the idea that you can already find people that you like is a great way of people to hire or work with in the future. The idea of always being on the lookout for amazing people you've already enjoyed, you're seeing very active in specific things, are great people to work with and hire for the future. In the beginning, Examine.com didn't actually sell anything. They focused on building trust, because there are a ton of scammy six-pack abs or whatever nutrition space sites are out there. And actually Reddit was their main marketing channel. Now the two of them drove traffic to the website by engaging with people in different fitness subreddits and being as helpful as possible. That's one of the things we do on this YouTube channel is if you leave a comment, so try it down below, we respond to almost every single commenter. So again, build a community by going one by one. There's a hand-to-hand marketing combat approach that I'm really trying to reinforce for you is that as you're building any business, just go one by one. Don't be so worried about millions. Just go help and respond to each individual person. So how did they actually start selling the products to make the real money? Orwell sent out a survey asking people about what problems they have. So the strategy I just want to highlight is build up an audience within a specific problem set and then create a product based on what they want, sell them. Pretty great blueprint that you guys can copy. Now, a question you might be thinking is how big should my audience be before I try to sell them something? What do you think? It doesn't matter. What I recommend for you though is don't build up a super large audience and find out they'll never buy anything from you. Hello, TikTok. What I do recommend is probably early on, just seeing if there's some type of product or thing that someone would buy from you so you have validation that you're actually building in the right direction. Now, using the products from his first ebook, Orwell hired more freelance consultants to write more articles and ebooks. Now, I call this the Amazon approach, is once you start making profit, how do you reinvest more of it into your business and more of it? I think a lot of people get short-sighted and they try to take out as much as possible. So I love that he kept reinvesting into his business. Y'all, I really gotta tell you about something. When I put out these videos, I really expect you to go out there and actually start a business with ideas. So our company at AppSumo is now gonna pay you, this is crazy, to take action. Yes, there's no strings attached. It is the $1 million AppSumo fund for Black Friday. So we are literally gonna give you free money to launch your digital product on our platform. So it can be anything from software, spreadsheet templates, design icons, PDFs, courses, anything you build. The first 400 products to launch are gonna get $1,000, and everyone after that, up to the $1 million that we spend, is gonna get $250 just for putting their product and letting us promote it on the marketplace. You do have to submit before November 17, 2021 to qualify, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you aren't. Click the link in the description to find out more, or go to appsumo.com/BFF. Now you're thinking, why are they giving out $1 million? We're doing marketing where we're trying to do some incentives to say, hey, we have this amazing marketplace where we're promoting awesome products for entrepreneurs. We want to tell you about it and incentivize you to come use it. Now let's check out Examine.com and see how the website looks. I mean, it is a nice looking website. There's a lot of free information regarding supplements, health, nutrition, and they sell a bunch of ebooks, and now it looks like they have a membership. So let's check out some of this stuff. Again, as I talked about before, what's the one thing it wants you to do when you get to the site? It looks like they want you to search for something, and it looks like this membership. So let's check out what the membership is, but searching, maybe let's check out keto. I think that's definitely a popular thing. Most Googled diet of 2018. A lot of articles on it. Kind of surprised. Oh, show me the evidence-based keto guide. The no hype guide to the keto, get evidence-based keto. This is kind of blending in. Okay, so it's $69. Kind of interesting. Wasn't expecting selling it that soon. I'm also a little surprised he's not collecting emails a little bit earlier. I know that has it up here. I thought there'd be something within here. I guess he's trying to optimize for paid conversions. But that's cool, and he has a membership thing. So cutting edge nutrition and supplement research. You get 2 weeks for free. So you get a lot of information about it. Kind of interesting, Sol doesn't, is not the spokesperson on his videos. I think that's something that it's kind of a misnomer, is that what makes someone an expert? What makes me an expert in marketing business? One, I've done it a crap ton, but I think the other side of that is it doesn't have to be you. So something like this, if you're actually good at operations or setting up websites, go partner with the person who's actually really excellent at it, which is Sol's been able to do in this nutrition and supplement business. I love Reddit. I'm a huge Redditor. I've been on it for I think 11 plus years, 15 years. And the other thing I really like that Sol did is his customer first approach. which is solve your own problem. So he was on these subreddits looking for better information and noticed that a lot of other people had that same problem. Just makes life so much easier. Last up is modern producers. Adrian Woods is making over $120,000 a month in revenue selling high quality beats and sounds to music producers. Stay to the end this section because I'm gonna do a rap as well. Now, Adrian was already a successful music producer that worked in the industry for over a decade, and he produced music for 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, and companies like Coca-Cola, Ford, Nike, like big ass names. Now, one of the things most people don't know about the music industry is that these big hits are actually produced by only a small handful of really quality pre-made sounds. Now, being in the industry, he had an advantage, and Adrian noticed there's a lack of these musical beats that were affordable and high quality. Look for what the opportunity to be unique in the market is. Now, and this inspired him to start his own e-commerce marketplace to help other music producers like him to get started with their careers. Now, the easiest way to make money, just like Adrian did, is look at your day job or gigs that you've been paid for in the past and see if there's a way to revisit it or scale that business. Now, the other side of that as well is look what's missing that you have a really deep understanding of. Like, I'm in internet marketing, starting business world for the past 20 years. I have a pretty deep understanding of what things are good or not working or missing in this area. What is it for yourself that you've spent time on that you have a deep understanding of? So how did Adrian get started? It took a week to set up a Shopify store. Now, he reached out to his network and found people to supply him with quality beats and sounds. And so, yeah, that's the easy part. Like, you set up a website, you put a bunch of crap in it. All right, where are my customers at? So he actually did a lot of one-to-one marketing using social media to get new music producers to buy products on his website. And slowly, he built a community. I hope you guys are noticing a pattern from a lot of these businesses of success. Instead of like bought a bunch of ads or did all this crazy spam stuff, they just did a lot of it one by one and looked at really core problems that they understood and went deep with their network. Now, once he knew his business model worked, he expanded his product line to more stuff like vocal libraries and music software tools. Just like most physical, like a lot of businesses, what's your new product line? Like Apple had an iPhone, now I have other products. Now, the benefit of not creating the products himself also allowed him to focus all of his energy on the marketing. Now, the key thing I want you to take away from that is what is the dial to grow your business? Is it the marketing side? Is it the sales side? Is it a BD side? Is it the YouTube side? And how do you yourself or put someone in that place or systems in place now to keep running that dial up as consistently as possible? He grew the company into an $85,000 a month, mostly by using social media, hosting contests, and doing giveaways. You can actually see one of these giveaways. It's pretty funny looking. Surprising that it works, but we have software called KingSumo.com, which has been a multi-million-dollar driver of business for AppSumo. It's free. Check it out, KingSumo.com. Let's check out modernproducers.com. I don't know, man. It's one of these things you're just like, I love people making money in like weird ass ways. And if you came here, I don't think I'd have any idea how much money the site's making. Halloween bundle 2021. Oh, it includes some demos. Drop that beat. What are our takeaways from Adrian? I'm gonna drop this as a beat. I don't think I can use the beats because we haven't paid for it. Much respect to Adrian. Way to drop the beats. You know we all out here, those tech nerds from the streets. Y'all gotta do that hand-to-hand marketing just like Adrian, no joke. Thank God with Adrian on the hustle, he ain't never going broke. No on the beach, just let me split it. I'm trying to get y'all rich, my friends. You just gotta stick with it. I'm a Jewish kid from San Jose, California. What do you expect? Just kidding, Drake. Similar bar mitzvahs. So one of the questions you might be asking is like, hey, I want to get these businesses going. I have an idea for it, customer first approach, but how do I get contractors or freelancers? Number one, like a lot of the people we talked about in this video, look at your network or social media for anyone available. Your network is the best. You already know them, you already understand them. If you aren't a part of a group, there are groups like okdork.com/underdogs. It is free to network with other like-minded people. You guys can apply and check that out there. Number dos is ask other people, entrepreneur friends, for recommendations, referrals. So have they worked with any credible freelancers or contractors in the past? Referrals is your second best way of finding amazing talent. Number three, look for people online that you're impressed with. We talked about that already, but are you seeing anyone on Twitter, on YouTube, on ads, on flyers, online, anywhere? I am always on the lookout for amazing talent. I've even found a guy named Chris H on Twitter. I think it was like a 21-year-old. I was like, man, you're interesting. I connect with him. And that is how you will be able to find contractors and freelancers. Number four, post in your local college boards. I think you'll be shocked how much talent is in your local college that is untapped, and that's universal. So we have University of Texas here. They're looking for work, and a lot of them are really, really smart and capable and have the time for it. Number five, there are a lot of freelancing websites, Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, TopTal. I haven't actually used them a lot. I try to really go through my network or referrals for almost all of my freelancer and contractor hiring, as well as I try to post it on my own network, number one, which is like on OKDork or on twitter.com/NoahKagan. If you like this video and you want to learn more about how to build a multi-million-dollar business in 48 hours, yes, a weekend, make sure to check out this video up here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you know what to do right now. I love you, and I'll see you out there. Pew, pew.